Am I?
Yes,
Hi! Welcome to Sunset Yachting Center, and this is where, not someone was behind me, this is where we keep our boat, the 33-foot Dockside, called the Seductress.
And we're
Sunset Yachting Center on Hampton Creek in Hampton.
And poor John has no idea we're coming, and this is going to be a very interesting time for him, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're going to break him in gently to this idea.
Yes. Okay, where are we again?
Sunset Yachting Center.
That's right, and
In Hampton, Virginia, on Hampton Creek, where we keep our boat in dry storage.
now this is the second home for the Mitchell crew, and I say crew because you are the crew of the Sea Seductress. That's right.
First mate.
That's right. And the captain and mechanic is over there.
Right here.
And right now, John, you're working on exactly what is the issue here?
I'm replacing the port engine intake manifold.
Fascinating way to spend a weekend, but
Bad way to spend a nice weekend with the boat.
but at least you'll be able to get it ready so that the next time I come, I'll be out wearing about 5 life preservers.
Yes, I was just going to say, you will be out doing that. No question.
Yes, well, I'm going to do a little interview with Elizabeth here. So I'm going to focus on a little closer before the next boat comes roaring by. So, Elizabeth, I wanted to ask you a few things. Can you tell me what it is about baking that you like, or why do you do such good pie crusts? And what's the trick?
Pie crust, it's patience, and I guess if you roll it out and it still doesn't work, you just have to roll it up and do it again, and you just have to stick with it until you get it right. I just like baking just to serve people, and it's kind of like an art, and it's cool to do something unusual, some fancy kind of dessert.
And how did you learn to do this?
Well, I started off making like box cakes for Dad, and when Mom didn't want to, and I liked adding the eggs and stuff like that, and then I eventually got more complex. Now she tells me to.
Hardly.
And I do understand that there's always a cake in the family in the refrigerator, and generally it has icing on it. And John, can you explain why that's the case?
It's been the case all my life.
Spoiled.
Now,
Always had to have dessert
that's right. And
in proper proportion.
And we wonder how he made it when he was single, because there was no one to make him cakes. And I don't know how he survived.
Cookies.
Yeah, cookies. He would buy chocolate chip cookies, box cookies, packaged cookies, and eat those. And so, of course, when I married him, I wanted to spoil him. So I made a cake. And he is happy with a Duncan Hines
key lime flavor with vanilla icing.
a box cake, and that's fine. I like to make scratch cakes, but it's not nearly as easy. So,
can you say, John, what is your favorite cake?
What is my favorite cake?
Do you have a favorite? Just one with icing and one that's cold, or?
It's a cake that has 3 layers and pineapple and whipped cream and what do you call it, honey?
A wedding cake.
pig picking cake.
Pig picking cake.
Yes,
A pig?
pig picking cake.
Oh.
And it is pretty delicious, and it reminds me of our wedding cake, and maybe that's why he likes it so much.
It's a good gooey cake.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Well, I'm going to stop for one moment.
We'll talk about that.
Whatever
Gymnastics.
the interrogator says.
Oh, that's right, the
Yes, that's me. Okay, so, Elizabeth, why is purple your favorite color?
I don't know, it's just pretty, it's just a pretty color, I guess.
You've always liked it?
Yes.
Oh, what's your favorite color?
I think fuchsia is my favorite color. I guess it sort of speaks my personality, which is probably to be noticed. And also, it seems to be John's favorite color because every year I get several pairs of new fuchsia or hot pink shoes.
Yeah.
And fuchsia and hot pink swimsuit, etc., etc. So, obviously, it's...
Do you have a favorite at all?
Probably not really as far as I'm concerned. It's like partial to navy blue or
I think
purple, fuchsia.
how about our boat?
That's pretty. I like that color.
The teal color has become very big. In fact, dark green, like our carpet, which was John's suggestion. Thank God he talked to me into that.
That's good. Well, back to you again, Elizabeth. I wanted to find out about Morgan. How long have you known Morgan, and why is she such a good
I
friend?
was 4, only we didn't really get to be that close until 5th or 6th grade. And I guess we're sort of wild and crazy together, and we never really get bored. So we can always find something to talk about.
How did you meet? Just,
We went to the same school forever.
but did she...
The final year, she left to go to another school, but we just continued seeing each other.
Oh, so you're not at the same school right now? Oh.
But we still call, and it sort of makes it interesting so we can talk about our own schools and compare them. And our 2 schools are both private, but they're big rivals. And so it's interesting to talk about sports and that kind of thing.
Well, speaking of sports, you like gymnastics, and you said you were doing some gymnastics before.
During school, I didn't have much time, but once a week, sort of.
What kind of gymnastics did you like?
Just tumbling, and I just like watching it on TV. I thought it might be cool to try.
But what's your favorite
Gymnast?
apparatus?
I'll make sure you get the tip.
Vault, I guess, and
The
the
vault?
beam.
Wow.
I guess I like watching each one, and depending on the gymnast, I like all four.
That's pretty good. Uh-oh, the noisy boat's coming. Let's see. Now, does Morgan live in the neighborhood?
No, but very close. In another neighborhood that's 5 minutes away. It's not quite biking because it's a dangerous road, but I could, I guess. But now I can drive.
Now, one thing I wanted to let Logan know about his cousin is that Elizabeth is very healthy. She eats very healthy foods that remind me, Logan, that donut that was on the previous tape that we looked at this morning was not something that Elizabeth would probably eat.
Well, Mom wouldn't buy it, but I wouldn't eat either.
But you would buy the cinnamon buns, however,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like those
I
better anyway.
do have my lemons.
But you decided to become a vegetarian.
Animal rights, I guess, more than health. And I saw it on TV, on an episode of Roseanne. And I know Mom and Dad are wild about that, but
Well, at least you got something beneficial from it. I guess that's, I try and look at it that way.
I don't so
Do
much
equality
like
there,
her, but
Roseanne.
the show was funny, and it's not like I just tried to copy her, I just started thinking about it. And it sort of made sense to me. One of my friends is too. And so we can talk about that, our various stories, and
And how long have you been a vegetarian?
almost 2 years.
Wow, so it's definitely not really a phase then.
No.
Sometimes people
Yeah.
go through that.
Some
in
people
life.
do it for image or whatever, or you say they are and they aren't.
Now, of course, you have the vegetarian family, and then you have the dessert person who's very happy with his desserts. And of course, I have to say, the delicious breakfast I saw this morning, which was great. I would say that you're pretty well taken care of in this household.
I'm generally speaking pampered.
But after last night, I have to say something now, Jeff and Logan, that last night, I found out that your Uncle John has a very risk-taking side and quite fascinating side. Do you want to talk about the Georgia Tech swimming exam, in which you wanted to get the A in, and you had to have your hands tied up, right, behind your back?
Well, this was Coach Freddie Lanew's drown-proofing course, and in order to
Coach Freddie.
get an A, there were several requirements. Swim the length of the pool twice underwater without coming up. Retrieve rings off the bottom of the pool, the deep end, of course, the 12-foot end, with hands tied behind the back and feet tied together.
So you got hands tied behind back, your feet tied together.
Yes.
Using your teeth.
Swim back and forth for an hour by using 6 or 8 different strokes, staying in the water for an hour by using denim jeans and a shirt blown up to serve as a flotation device. This was pretty much the essence of the course, and therefore I have very little fear of the water,
Well,
generally speaking, other than the dirt in it.
but the point that you somewhat did not play up, which I want to emphasize, is there was no need to just take this course and pass. There was a need to get an A. And to get that A is when you had to become the magician and have your hands basically tied behind your back and your feet together and get that ring with your teeth, and I think that's fascinating. But I do want to say that I'll still wear my life preservers, just in case. Just in case, but
Never hurts.
Yeah.
The water is always full of surprises, and even though you read it constantly, it's very difficult to take in all its subtleties,
it's true.
as several people found out yesterday.
Right. Well, yeah, that was pretty scary. So, let's see, were we going to have a tour of the boat? The Sea Duchess? I can't even say that right. I want to see Sea Duchess for some reason. So even though I wanted to show Logan and Jeff this beautiful boat that you all have as your second home, we'll probably take it from afar, and maybe if I'm brave enough and if it's safe enough, I can take it from inside just to show you a little view. I don't know. Is that possible?
Okay.
We'll have you come aboard.
Okay. And then I can interview Miss Elizabeth, named after the Queen, and of course named after me without knowing it. We'll have some more interviewing so you can get to know them all better too, Logan and Jeff. Yeah, you're on.
Okay, Logan and Jeff, we would like to take you to our boat, Seductress. And you can see her name. Notice it's S-E-A, Ductress, because we fell in love with the water and being out in boats. This is our boat. It's a Dockside, which doesn't mean much to me, but it's a 33-foot high-performance speedboat because John's into going fast. And it has twin 454 engines. Now I feel like I'm rehearsing for a new, and it's Casey boating or whatever. But anyway, this is our boat, and it is, let's see, what else should I say? It can go up to 70 miles an hour. I know that's frightening to say, but we have a very wonderful captain, and he does a very safe job. We always feel very safe, and this is our passion because we have such a good time. We all relax and have a good time and listen to good music. Okay, shall we go aboard the Seductress?
Shall I get the long view?
Yeah. Okay. Now we have to climb up the ladder and get it. I'm going to go first, just to make sure and help me. But don't you like? Well, welcome to the Seductress. We've taken you aboard, and your mommy is aboard, Logan. So I'm going to flash. Oh no, she's starting up the engine.
I'm driving it.
Believe me, if the engines were on, Logan, you would know because no one can talk. You can't hear anything. Whoops, right in the face. And so anyway, Mommy is driving.
I'm pretending.
And she's going room, 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 and she's charging down. We're in a no-wake zone, so she is not creating any movement in the water. She's very
Beth,
safe.
are you going too fast?
I'm slowing down because it's a wake.
No wake. No wake zone.
Oh, no wake zone. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
no wake zone. So she's receiving her training.
I'm not awake. That's what. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, good pun, good pun. So here she is. She's on Hampton Creek, which feeds into Hampton Roads, which is the most outrageously wonderful natural harbor in the world. And we are blessed to live on it. Okay, going down into the cabin. And here we are. And the cabin has about everything that you need to exist. It has wonderful seats, leather seats,
That's fine.
where you can stretch out, and be careful that you don't put your feet or your shoes on the leather seat like I just did. Then you can pull this out, and it makes a little table where you can eat your food and or play cards. You can play, or Trivial Pursuit. That's one of my favorite memories, right, Elizabeth?
That's right, Mom.
We play Trivial Pursuit, and okay. Then, when we're ready to go to sleep, we open the gull wings, which unfortunately only John seems to be able to do. It requires a lot of strength. And then, if you want to sleep, you put your head in this direction and your feet up in that direction, and you stretch out and just enjoy the music. We have all kinds of jazz, and we play our CDs. And we have speakers up in the forward end. So, let's see. We have a closet for clothes. We have a porta potty. Ooh, I know you're dying to see this. Since your mom says you're into PE training. Aha, I know you're going to love hearing that. Okay, and here is the portable potty called the porta potty, and you can see you have to be quite small.
So you fit
why don't
in.
you get in there? But you'd fit in, Logan. Jeff, you'd have a hard time. But, okay, it took me years to get down the technique of closing this door so it doesn't pop open. For space, you have a second sink here, and I think we've seen enough of the glamorous life of the cabin on the Seductress. Okay. And next we have John Mitchell, who we hire as our mechanic to work on the Seductress, which luckily doesn't seem to need too much. However, one better know that he does every little thing to keep this boat in ship shape, so to speak. Now, here he is working on one of the twin 454 Mercruiser Chevrolet, let's not forget that, engines. Anything else? What's the block, John? Someone's old block?
No, it's a high-performance Chevrolet block built by Mercury in Stillwater, Oklahoma at their high-performance plant.
And just ask John any spec and he can wheel them all off for you and quote the serial numbers of every part.
It's broken.
Oh, and right now it's broken, but we're not going to talk about that because
it won't
next
be
weekend,
broken for too much longer.
No, in fact, probably tonight. It will be fixed. Yes. So.
Daddy, fix it.
Daddy will fix it. Elizabeth has always said that.
Daddy will do it.
Daddy will do it.
I did want to say the interesting thing too is that building over there. Now, Logan, you're going to think it looks like a MASH car, but the sun's going to prevent you from looking at it. It's a building where all the boats are kept like a storage bin. It's very interesting. The only problem, of course, is making sure you don't hit another boat while you go in there.
Pan. That's the word. Pan over here and pan around over there. And let's see. We keep our boat. We put the boat to bed, or someone does it for us at night on the forklift. They lift the boat up and put it away on a big shelf because we don't want our boat to have to deteriorate in the Hampton Roads water. That salt water is not good for a boat, Logan. Remember that. We do hope that we're turning you into a powerboat person and not a sailboat person. But I know that your mom has more interest in the environment and probably a sailboat is more her. But that's okay.
I don't know. It's a lot of work. As long as no one else does all the work, I'm okay.
Yeah. So. Well, this is a lot of work too, but if you have John, then it's not a lot of work.
And it's a lot of hot work too, but I understand that your Uncle John likes the heat, so that's a good thing. So
yes, the hotter the better.
It is a very lovely area. It's too bad that you're not here, Logan, to enjoy it, but I'm sure there will be a time when you will be. So where are we going to head next?
I don't know, but I think we're ending our videotape, so...
We are, and in case you didn't know, we're back at home now. And we're approaching Bunny Hutch. Let's hope we don't scare a precious little pet here. Hi, Jessica! She's really very sweet. Let's see if I can focus in. Close up of the bunny. She's all black and she has a little bit of white. And she likes eating weeds. Oh, that's good. Thank you. We love our bunny. We had another one. She had a son, but he died. Good stuff, huh, Jessica? Can you do something for us, Jessica? No, not really. I'm just going to sit here. I think I'll show you my rear end. Shake. Good thing we're getting you on videotape, huh, Jessica? I think you like it. No, actually, I just like eating these leaves. Aww. My Din Din. Thank you very much. Should we take a look at the domain of Jessica Rabbit? Food dishes, water dish, and of course the bunny, who's looking for the rest of her dessert. This is her little room that she can go into. Ugh. Not a very good shot. Anyway. Okay, Jess, one more leaf. Hop over. Good job, Jessica. We love you, Jessica. Sweet bunny. Thank you. Okay, this is the last one. Oh, I see. Now she doesn't want any. Very special, Jessica. Well, now I'm ignoring you, but... Okay, bye, Jessica. Oh, don't pet me right there. Bye, Jessica. Thanks for the interview. Feast. On my last evening here this weekend. Well, not my last weekend ever, though. Oh, look at that.
That's
So,
real cute to be the glam. Yeah,
Yes.
the glam hostess.
and little toast then. Of course, I'm toasting on the side here, but
Yes.
this is the beginning of a wonderful family relationship. So, looking forward to seeing you guys at the Paste home. I hope you can come soon. I'd like to have you guys up. I can't cook, but I'm looking forward to your cooking.
I can't wait to come up and cook. And so we have for Beth, for Daddy, for Elizabeth, and for me, and anybody else who we value who's not here, like Jeff and Logan, to a long-term relationship with those we love, and that includes you.
Thank you.
And so now we will eat our
Salad.
Yay.
Our Caesar salad, our chicken Caesar salad, our broccoli.
I'm getting some without the chicken.
Yes, sorry, Jeff. You're really missing another wonderful meal, I have
Jeff,
to tell you.
We're sorry, we're thinking about you eating your TV dinners, but
That's what I ate. I just
The garlic bagel chips, that's what he's eating probably
yes.
right now.
Well, there's lots of garlic in this.
Oh, he
and
loves
we're
garlic.
glad to know you like garlic.
Oh, he loves it.
I got some of this chicken.
All right.
Oh,